All right, folks, it's our last night in Cocodrie, Louisiana. The fishing, well, it just without a boat and being down here, it makes it really difficult. Not impossible, just difficult. And well, with the heat and the way everything was, I know I'm making excuses. But anyway, we didn't do real well on fishing. We caught a lot of hardheads, a lot of small sail cats. I caught a drum that you'll be able to see in a video coming up. That video will come up before this one. But anyway, it was too small, so we had to throw it back. But anyway, it's our last night here, and I just kind of wanted to say we've got a live crab on a line, and we're just sitting out here, and then we're to be fitting. We got shrimp, and I caught more crabs, so we're gonna have crab and shrimp boil tonight before we leave, and I'm gonna bring you all along on that boil. But anyway, I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see what we're looking at. It's a really nice, peaceful area. If you're not from here, or you're looking for a place, do your research on your camp before you rent it. This camp here was sold to us as a premier fishing camp, and then when we got here, you can hardly fish off this dock. It is a nice camp, don't get me wrong, it is, but for what it was sold, there's no fish cleaning station. That's the fish cleaning station right there. That's it. Just a table. There's no run of water there. There's no sink. There's no nothing. So you just I mean, if you have a boat and you're looking for a place that it's got a boat slip. It's got two boat slips, but only one of them lifts the boat out of the water. The other one's broken. It's fine, but you know, when we specifically said we wanted to be able to fish from the camp without having to leave, and it's been kind of difficult because you're fishing from a boat slip which has really low. It's challenging. Anyway, I just want to give you a view of what we see, and then I'll bring you back when we get ready to cook. Anyway, this is what we're looking at. It is a very, very beautiful place. I will be back again, for sure. We'll be back at Cocodrie. Well, looks like we got something messing with our pole there that's got the live crab on it. We're hoping maybe we could still get a drum out of this, but we'll see. I don't know if y'all can see that, but something's playing with that live crab. And the mosquitoes, make sure you bring your bug repellent, because the mosquitoes out here are terrible. But we'll be back. We just won't be back to this camp. We'll figure out. We'll probably end up staying down at Coco's Marina, because they have a lot of stuff going on down there. And those people down there were just absolutely, everyone you talked to was just very, very nice and full of information and help you any way you can. So if you're in this area or not in this area and you're looking for a place, come down to Cocodrie. It's a really nice place. All right, folks, we're back with you. We're filling the pot up. We're gonna do a cook method that I don't know. Sorry. But anyway, we're gonna do a cook method that you probably haven't seen before. But we're cooking crabs and shrimp. But we want shrimp that peels. And there is another channel out there that if you happen to discover, it'll show you a video on how to boil shrimp that peels. These are fresh shrimp. They were swimming yesterday, and today they are going to be in our pot. Anyway, so I'm gonna turn the camera around. We're getting ready to cook that. Now, y'all wondered why am I wearing sunglasses inside it? No, well, okay. Well, we had a little incident a couple days ago. Well, probably 4 days ago, on our first night here, where we were out fishing on fishing pier that was supposed to be the fishing pier. I showed you that earlier in the video, but there was a light out. They only had one little light, and it was way over on the other side of the dock. Well, I decided, okay, we're all done. I'm gonna go, and I wasn't even drinking. That's the worst part. That I had 2 beers before I decided to retreat because of the mosquitoes. But anyway, I went over to turn the light off, and well, shit didn't happen. I done stepped off, fell in the water, lost my glasses, got wounds. Yeah, yeah, it was all bad. And then add to the fact that all the people are saying that there's a flesh-eating bacteria out there, so I was like, oh my goodness. But anyway, my glasses, this is all I got. I can't see without them. They're prescription sunglasses. If I take my glasses off, I can't see. So when we get back home in a couple of days, I'm gonna have to go to the eye doctor and get new eyeglasses because they're buried in the mud. But anyway, I'm gonna turn the camera around, and we got a pot of water. We're gonna boil the shrimp. I'm gonna get that pot of water boiling, and then we're gonna boil the shrimp for about 1 minute. And then we're gonna pull them. Y'all, I need y'all to thinking like, what the hell, what's going on? But I'm telling you, these shrimp are gonna be money. Trust me. Keep watching, like, subscribe, and we'll be back with you here in a bit. GoPro, stop recording. All right, so I'm gonna give you a little rundown of what we're going on. This is plain old water. And then here's what we got. We got that, potatoes, a little bit of liquid, some stuff right here, stuff that's normal to our boil, okay? And then we got the corn down there in the freezer and all that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a boil. We're gonna boil the shrimp for a minute, and then we're gonna pull them in plain old water. I know you're all thinking we're crazy, but whatever. I mean, just watch, see how this works out for you. But we're gonna boil them in just plain old water for 1 minute, and then we're gonna pull them. And then at that point, then we're gonna get another pot of water going, and we're gonna season it all up. We're gonna put the taters in there and everything. And once that's all done, then we're gonna throw our crabs in and let that boil for about 10 minutes. And then we're gonna cool that pot down. Then, and only then are we gonna put our shrimp back in. I know you're all thinking, I'm crazy, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But follow me here. Watch till the end of the video and you see how this shrimp turns out. You'll never do it the other way again. Any other way than this way. I'm stubborn. It took me a minute to learn this one. So, we'll be back with you in a little bit. Sorry. We've been out there in the bugs and they just, the bayou. But anyway, we'll get back to you in a bit when everything is going together. We'll bring you along. All right, folks, look at those shrimp. This is why you come to Cocodrie, Louisiana. Look at those shrimp. Those are monsters. They were swimming less than 12 hours ago. Yeah, there you go. This is what we're going to boil tonight. Now we're going to clean them all up. We're going to take the heads off and do all that. But anyway, look at that shrimp. You can't go to Walmart and buy shrimp like this. This was swimming yesterday. Support Louisiana shrimp. Buy Louisiana Gulf shrimp. Support them people that are out there working every single day to provide this best product that you can possibly get. That don't come from India, it don't come from China. This is straight up Gulf of America shrimp right there. Anyway, we'll get back to you here in a bit. I gotta get these shrimp cleaned up. Alrighty, folks, there's what we got right here. We done took all the heads off the shrimp, and then those crabs were swimming an hour or two ago. Yeah, they're a little small, but that's all right. We're making supper, so look, our grocery store is the bayou. Man, I'm just gonna tell you what, I don't even know what to say. Our grocery store come from the bayou. All these were swimming less than 12 hours ago. And now they're gonna be on supper plates tonight. But anyway, we're still waiting on the water to boil. This is what we're having for supper, with a little bit of potatoes and corn. You know, we're just gonna have a little boil on it last night here. But anyway, I'll get back to you when everything starts coming together. All right, we got boiling water. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take our shrimp. Sorry. Anyway, we got our shrimp right here. Can you start your timer? For 1 minute. Ready? Okay, shrimp's in. We're gonna boil this shrimp for 1 minute. I know it seems crazy, and it really, for everything that we do, it is kind of crazy. But trust me, follow this recipe, and you'll never boil shrimp other than this way again. This stuff is going to be amazing. All right, it's been a minute. So now, we're going to take the shrimp after 1 minute, and we're going to dump it in here and drain it. Okay, shrimp has been drained. Now we're just going to let them sit. As soon as the sink gets ready, that was just 1 minute. Look how pretty they look. Now remember, this is just plain old water, so there's no seasoning, no nothing on there. But we still have crabs and everything to go. So now I'm gonna put you all down, and you're gonna follow me here on this next step. The shrimp, we're gonna put in the refrigerator real quick. We're gonna get those chilled. Now they're chilled. Now we're gonna fill the pot back up. See it steaming because the pot was hot. This is where everything is going to come together now. This is shrimp that will peel like you have no idea. Well, anyway, that is the objective. I say, if we did everything right, that's exactly what's going to happen. So we're filling the pot up with water. We're going to season it up. We're going to cook the potatoes and all that. This is all what starts next. I won't bore you with all that. Well, yeah, maybe I will. We'll just leave the camera rolling. You want to be camera woman? Alright, we're just going to leave the camera rolling. Normally we would have been doing this outside, but unfortunately the mosquitoes and everything else was just too much. So we decided just to stay in the air conditioning and be spoiled. I mean, and just do the whole cook inside.
And what are we lacking downstairs?
Oh, yeah.
First of all, we have no table, no nothing downstairs.
Yeah, we don't have a table. We don't have this place is no entertainment outside at all. So when you have to eat, you cook everything and you gotta cut it all upstairs. But so we just decided to just do the whole cook upstairs. See, premier fishing camp. No, it is not. No entertainment outside at all.
No picnic tables, no tables.
So yeah, they got a bunch of stools, but no table, no nothing.
You can't eat down there.
So then we're just like, okay. I mean, inside here is nice.
No bathroom.
But it's just not what I mean, it's not, if you go back to another video that will be posted before this one, you'll see we had picnic tables outside, we were cooking outside, we were grilling outside, everything. We don't have that here.
People say they don't want everything pulled in their Airbnbs or their V-boats, but however, push comes to shove and you don't have the amenities outside, this is what you have to do.
Alright, we got a pot of water. We got a pot of water going. And now where everything comes together. Eddie. Hold on. I don't know if y'all can see this or not. But anyway. This is Boil Booster Set. There's no salt in this. No salt at all. It's just all flavor enhancers. We throwing that in there. Yep, the whole bag. I don't have a use for a half a bag. Anyway, we're going to let that go. Then, next, the same thing that I always use, except we're not going to use as much. We use probably about a quarter of a bottle almost. That's it. And then the all-time favorite right here. We have a lot of seasonings to choose from. What? I don't know. She's like telling me to do directions. The camera is tilted or something. Alright, we'll fix it. But anyway, this is what we always use. So we're going to throw a little bit of this in, just a little though. We're not going to do a normal, like, I probably added, I can't even tell you, maybe a cup of this.
That's not so good.
Okay, so now, we're going to stir it all up, and then we're going to add potatoes. But before we do all that, I got to find me a spoon. I'm going to take y'all with me here because we want to taste it. We want to make sure that it's what we want. See, right there is telling me we're just missing something. There's something missing. We have okay.
Put your lemon in it. Slice your lemon up. I wouldn't even do that either. I would slice your lemon. Everything's gonna have salt in it.
Yeah.
Except for your provolone. And you may need to add some more provolone and some more liquid.
No. Anyway, while we figure out what's going on, we'll get back to you. All right, folks, we figured out what we were missing here. Garlic. It was missing garlic. Normally we use fresh garlic, but this is what we got, this is what we're using. That'll give it what it was missing before in the previous. Now, we wait for a boil. And while we wait for the boil, then we'll get back to you here in a little bit when we're finished cooking. When it starts to boiling and we get to cooking, we'll get back to you. All right, so the water's getting warm now. We just added our potatoes. We're gonna bring that to a rolling boil, I don't know, about maybe 6-8 minutes until the potatoes are tender. And then, just before the potatoes, when they're still kind of there, we're gonna add our crab. Because the crab needs to cook for about 10 minutes. And then we're gonna shut everything down. We're gonna add our corn and everything, and you'll see. And then our shrimp is gonna go in last. And then we're gonna do probably a 20 to 30 minute soak. But anyway, we'll get back to you when that happens. All right, folks, we got our water up. We got it boiling, the potatoes are in there, they're almost done. Now, we're gonna add our crabs in. And we're gonna let this go. Start time for 10 minutes. See? We're gonna boil these crabs for 10 minutes before we shut it down for the soak. But anyway, this is what, there we go. Normally we do this outside. We have a camp that has all this so we can do it outside, but this camp, well, I'm just gonna tell you, it doesn't, okay? You want a nice place to stay? It's a nice place, but it's not set up for what we want. And they advertise it as what we want, but it isn't. So be really careful when you rent. Look at everything, because everything is non-refundable. So when we got here and we realized that this was not what we wanted, but we had to take it because it was non-refundable. So I'm just letting you all know, pay attention to what you rent. But regardless, we're still making it. And if we had smell-o-vision and you can smell that, oh my Lord, it smells good. But anyway, the crabs are gonna cook for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna cool the pot off. And we'll get back to you here in just a bit. All right, so it's been 10 minutes. Everything is cooking good. Now is when we're gonna cool down the pot. This is where the soak time comes in. So, from here on out, then we wanna add our ice. where our frozen corn comes in. We're doing everything to cool that pot off. Now the pot is cooled off, as soon as it gets cool enough, you can stick your finger in there without burning, then the shrimp is ready. Right now it's not. That's still pretty hot. So we're gonna give it a couple of minutes. We need to cool it off a little bit. We're gonna get some more ice. We're gonna try to get some more ice. Alright, this is what we got. This camp was advertised with an ice maker. And there's the ice maker. Not a professional ice maker. Anyway, regardless, we're gonna cool that down a little bit, and then we're gonna add the shrimp. Potatoes are in there cooking. Crabs in there. Okay, yeah, you can stick your fingers in there without burning it, then it's ready for the shrimp. And then we're gonna let it soak for about 20 and 30 minutes. So hold on here. There's the shrimp that only cooked for a minute. Now, there we go. Now we're going to set our timer for about 20, I don't know, what do you think, 20 minutes? We're going to say 20 minutes. And we're going to let them sit. Everything's going to sit, and then we'll get back to you here when it's done. Alright folks, so we've had our proper soak time. Going to stir it up a little bit. Come on in and take a look. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So now we're going to, we got to strain it. This is the difficult part. So what I'm going to do to start off with, and then we'll pour the corn. Take some of the weight off of the pot. And now we're going to try to do this without making a mess. Sorry, the sink just drains a little slow. So we're going to try to do this without making a mess. And now we're going to try to do this without making a mess. So now we're going to try to do this without making a mess. And now we're going to try to do this without making a mess. And now we're going to try to do this without making a mess. So now we're going to try to do this without making a mess. And now we're going to try to do this without making a mess. And now we're going to try to do this without making a mess. And now we're going to try to do this without making a mess. And now we're going to try to do this without making a mess. And now we're going to try to do this without making a mess. And now we're going to try to do this without making a mess. And now we're going to try to do this without making a mess. And now we're going to try to do this without making a mess. And now we're going to try to do this without making a mess. And now we're going to try to do this without making a mess. And now we're going to try to do this without making a mess. And now we're going to try to do this w Might be the seasoning. Here we go. It was the seasoning. And here we go. There's the bowl. Okay, now we're gonna make plates. There's still some more in this pot. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do there you go. There's your shrimp and then potatoes. Anyway, I'm looking for a way to do this.
Grab our place over here.
Okay.
Grab our trays over there.
Yeah, hold on, I'll get another tray. I'm gonna dump it on a plate. Look at all that seasoning. There you go. Now, let's see how the shrimp feels. This is what I'm most interested in right here. Is easy peel, fresh out of Gulf shrimp. Does it peel easy? Peeling pretty easy. Peel pretty easy. That's money right there. That method works. And that shrimp is so good. All right, folks. Charge bon. It's time for us to eat dinner. All right, we got our plates made. This is what it looked like. Got a little butter right there. You see separating hers. But anyway, we're gonna get to eating. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, I've already tried it. It's really, really good. And well, this is it. This is our last night here. And we're eating fresh out of the bayou. Groceries caught at the bayou. Y'all have a good evening. We'll be back with you tomorrow. We're making our trip home. Good morning, folks. It looks like today is the day our adventure ends. We are leaving Cocodrie, Louisiana this morning, and we're headed home back to Oklahoma. We'll be there late tonight, but if anything substantial goes on the way, we'll bring you back. Otherwise, we'll see you tonight. When we get there, we'll do an ending of this current adventure. But if you happen to like what you see, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification. We got a lot of new videos coming out from this whole trip. So anyway, we'll get back to you if anything else happens today.